Mr. Chuck Hart. Chuck, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me okay?
Man, I can hear you. I can see you. You're looking swell. The webinar is yours.
Hey, man, but hey, let me let you know, before I let you get away, man, let me definitely give it back up to you, Derek, because not only have you created success for yourself, but you helped a lot of people have a lot of success in what we do, know 100% of the information, but more importantly, committed to helping a lot of people create success in what we do, man. So thank you for what you do for the organization. Thank you for what you do for the company, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're taking time out just to help be sure everybody gets better, man. So thank you so much for hosting the call for us today.
Pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Awesome, you guys. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this. Let me grab my phone real quick to be sure that we're sharing this information all across the country. So if you guys are on Facebook, go make sure that you have the link posted in your group. Go be sure that you post this on your wall, because we're about to bless a lot of people in this quick conversation, right? So as you guys are doing that, I want to go ahead and just do a quick introduction of myself, because this is the thing. I know somebody is sharing this information with you or invite you to this call because they said we're going to talk about money. And they are 100% correct, right? But more important than talk about money, we also going to talk about creating wealth. And making money and creating wealth are not the exact same thing. So a lot of this information you're about to hear is information not taught through the traditional education system. So I need you guys to grab a pen, grab a pad, take down a whole lot of notes, because you're about to get a lot of information in a very short period of time. All right. And regardless of where you are in your financial journey, you might be an individual that's just getting started or maybe restarting and looking to create more financial stability. You might be trying to take your income to the next level, or even if you're looking for that retirement income to leave a legacy for your kids and your kids' kids. Part of this conversation can help accelerate that process. So I need you guys to listen all the way through the conversation to be sure you get out of this what you showed up for. All right. And as you guys are doing all this, right? Anytime, I think it's only fair that when you're hearing about business or you're hearing about money, that you should know a little bit about the person sharing information with. So I do a quick introduction of myself. Like Daryl said, my name is Chuck Harton, and I was born and raised right here in Atlanta, Georgia. And I love to tell people my story is not going to be that much different than anybody else's story out there. We're all taught the exact same thing on what it takes to be successful here in America. I was told to go to school, get good grades, so I go to college. You go to college, get more good grades, so you can go out there and get that good job. And if you work that good job really, really hard, if you show up early and stay late, you can grow up wealthy and successful. You know, that's what they told me, and that's what I did. And even after graduating from Clark Atlanta University with a degree in business, I still found myself at a point where I was living check to check, and even some months living check behind the check. So I don't know if you guys can relate to that, but that was very frustrating because I done everything I was told to do. So I was just open and looking for some better information, because this is what I could never figure out. I could never figure out, how am I going to ever get ahead if I'm barely keeping up, right? And that's what I know about all of us watching this webinar right now. We got over 100 people just tuning in thus far, right? All of us are in different parts of the country. We all have different backgrounds, different occupations, different goals, and different dreams. But we all have one very common objective. At the end of the day, we all want to be successful financially. Right? As a matter of fact, if that's you, if you want to win the money game, give me a 1 in the chat. If you want to win the money game, just throw a 1 in the chat. Just let me know we all talking about the same conversation, right? If you want to win, and this is what I know about this, guys. In order to win the money game, first, we got to realize a game is being played. Second, we got to learn the rules to the game. And third, we need a strategy on how we're going to win the game. So what I'm about to share with you right now is the number 1 rule you need to learn about money. I need you guys to write this one down. This way we start taking notes. Write this down. Money is a tool, not a goal. Yeah, write that down. Money is a tool. It's not a goal. See, that's not what we're taught through the traditional education system. We're taught to get a job to pay you $10 an hour, or get a job to pay you $30,000 a year, $50,000 a year. And that became our goal. But money is actually a tool. And the only way a tool can truly serve you is if you put it to work, right? So let me share my screen with you guys so you guys can understand what principle 101 is really, really simple. It's called cash, asset, cash. Meaning, we're supposed to earn some cash, invest that cash into an asset that will produce us cash flow. That any person that you know is wealthy created wealth this way. Now, let me be transparent and tell you what I was doing. I was earning some cash, I was paying my bills, then I was buying some trash. I mean, I was buying something to make me feel good for the moment, right? If any of you guys on the line can relate, throw another one in the chat. If you ever bought yourself a little something at the end of the month, you know, you felt good about yourself and took care of it, right? Let me let you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. The challenge is that can become a habit. And once that does, the lifestyle catches up with the income. So in order for us to implement Wealth Strategy 101, we have to figure out how we can loosen up some cash. So as I share my screen with you guys, let me just show you exactly what I mean by this. So what we have done is we partnered up with the company MWR Financial. That stands for Making Wealth Real Financial. And they are the ultimate cash flow company. Their entire existence is to teach individuals strategies that they can implement to increase their cash flow. Now, let me give you some facts about the company. The company's been around for over 4.5 years. But since then, they have grown to a multi-million-dollar company and a debt-free company. And I give that success to the leadership of Mr. Brian House. This is his $4 million company. The man understands business and he understands success. But what he's done is actually implemented some of the same strategies he used in order to create success for everyone, right? So this is what MWR does. They have a cash flow system that's in place. We're going to increase your cash flow 3 different ways. I need you guys to write these down. 1, we're going to increase your current cash flow. 2, we're going to multiply your cash flow. And 3, we're going to create some additional cash flow. If you haven't written anything down, if you need a screenshot, this is the shot that you need, because we're going to help you 3 different ways, not just 1. Now the question becomes, how do we do that? So MWR has a membership called the Cash Flow Membership, and it increases your cash flow several different ways, right? So once you establish this membership, you now get unlimited access to certified financial planners. You get unlimited access to CPAs and individuals certified with the IRS to help you through the process. But instead of me just telling you what the membership does, what I want to do is I want to bring on a gentleman that's actually used this particular membership and had a lot of success, not only for itself, but helped a whole lot of people do the exact same thing, right? Because I always say facts tell, but stories sell. Let me just show you. Now, this gentleman I have a lot of respect for. I've been working with him for about 2 years now, but not only has he created success for himself, he's helped a lot of people do the exact same thing. So, Mr. Javon Rowland, are you available just to share your testimony on what the membership has been able to do for you since you've been working with us?
Man, absolutely, man. I'm live in effect. How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm doing better than amazing, bro. How you feel, sir?
Man, I'm great. I can't complain even if I wanted to, man. And first and foremost, man, you're doing a great job breaking down this information just so the people can understand it. And I appreciate you for that. And being that I've been through everything, I just start with the W-4 adjustment. It was a very simple process. I uploaded my last 2 pay stubs and my last tax return. And by doing that, I got that to the experts, and in return, they got me a corrected W-4 form back, and I turned that into my HR department at my job, and that has allowed me to put an extra $500 back into my pocket every single month without even having to ask my boss for a raise, Chuck, or work any more extra hours or sell anything. So if you do the math, that's $6,000 I put back into my pocket cash flow for the year. Now, when I got that extra $6,000, I didn't go ball out with it or anything like that. I applied it to the debt elimination plan that comes with the membership. And what I found out when I joined this company 3 years ago is that my creditors had me in plan and being in debt for 27 plus extra years and paying the extra 5 figures in interest payments. But with the MWR financial game plan, they got it down to February of 2022. So it's been a year and going on 5 months that I've been debt free. So I don't got to duck Peter and pause and figure out who I'm going to straighten first. And when I tell you it's a wonderful feeling.
Yes,
So
sir.
with me becoming debt free, they also gave me a millionaire date as well, saying, okay, Javon, that same money that you got became debt free with, if you go ahead and apply to the put it to work for you. They also gave me a millionaire date, which is in July of 2032. Now with me, my credits, me becoming debt free, that helped my credit score increase tremendously. And they helped my credit score increase 453 points. And I'll be very transparent. My credit score was in the 300s, but they currently got me sitting at a 770 right now.
Let's
And
go.
then
Let's go.
also with the bill negotiation part that comes with the membership, they also helped me save $20 a month on my AT&T bill. So that's $240 annually that they brought back into the household cash flow for the year.
Man, let me tell you, that's what you call a testimony, right? That's really letting the experts go to work, man. Thank you for sharing your information with you guys. And I know someone is looking at this like, man, that's a whole lot. How does that work, right? So let me break down exactly how that works, you guys. So let me share my screen with you guys again so I can really show you exactly how the membership all the way works out. So in order to increase your current cash flow, what we're going to do is we're going to first help lower your taxes, help lower your debt, and lower your expenses. See, when those three things go down, your cash flow automatically goes up. Now, the question becomes how? How do you lower your taxes, right? So one of the strategies that we're going to show you is how to properly adjust your W-4. Now, you guys might not be familiar with your W-4. You're probably more familiar with your W-2 because you get a W-2 every year. But if you receive a W-2, that means you got a W-4 file at your job. And the IRS has shared with us that 88% of the country has this one form filled out incorrectly, 88%. So in work with our experts, they help you make a simple adjustment to give you, in most cases, an instant pay raise on your paycheck from your job. So more money coming back from the work that you're already doing right now, right? And the great thing about our adjustment is the fact that our company is not a cookie cutter system. They work with every person individually. So we don't have a cookie cutter system. So everybody won't get back the exact same thing. The objective of the experts is to be sure that your W-4 is correct, right? As a matter of fact, if you guys got a W-4 adjustment, you watching this Zoom right now, throw in the chat how much your W-4 adjustment was every single month. Throw in the chat whether you got back an extra. I mean, Javon just said he got back an extra $500 a month, which is amazing coming back into the household. But throw in the chat just so people can see that we win, right? But also, after you minimize taxes, we're also going to help minimize your debt. And part of our strategy is a debt elimination strategy. And we're not just talking about credit card debt. We're talking about all your debt. So that's credit cards, car notes, mortgages, student loans, medical bills, anything that can get paid off, you load into this part of your membership. And now they're going to show you how to pay it off and pay it off in a reduced time frame. And I'm not just saying taking a 30-year mortgage down to 25 years. You can take a 30-year mortgage down to 12 years or down to 8 years based on your situation. So imagine this. Imagine if you made the exact same amount of money that you make right now, but you don't owe anybody anything. How much easier is life right then? Yeah, I know somebody excited. Y'all know me, but I know somebody in their house speaking in tongues right now talking about Shabalaga. Doing the Holy Ghost dance, just thinking about it, right? Because you got to realize, you guys, in our country, the new free is debt free. Just not owing nobody nothing. Okay. So if you got a debt free day, they help lower your taxes. If you went from 30 years to 20 years or 25 years to 8 years, whatever it is, throw it in the chat just so people can see that the experts are going to work with you individually. Okay. Then we also have ways of minimizing your expenses. And these are the expenses you cannot pay off. For example, your light bill, your water bill, your cell phone, your internet. Throw all these bills into the membership, and you have professional negotiators that will negotiate these bills on your behalf. Right? And even if you think you got a great deal, like I thought I had a great deal on my internet, y'all know they got me an extra $48 a month on my internet bill. $48. Now I'm gonna let you know I've been blessed to make a little money in life, but I also doggone excited about no $48. Just I wasn't giving it to them no more. You see, money saved is money earned, right? And again, the last part that we just added on is our credit restoration program. Now, I know you guys might have heard of credit repair. We don't do credit repair. Credit repair is like putting a Band-Aid over a broken bone. We do credit restoration where we rebuild and enhance your credit so not only it goes up, but it stays up. And the experts work with you from wherever you are. So if you feel like you got bad credit, it can be good. If you got good credit, it can be great. And even if you already have great credit, it can be pristine. And there's a difference, right? Because I thought I had great credit. Like my credit was around 750, 760 all the time. But since it came with the membership, all I had to do was upload my 3 credit reports and walk away. Then after about 2.5 months, I got a notification. My credit went up to 805. Yeah. Then went up again to 811. Then it went to 817. And look here, they got me all the way up to 823. Can y'all see it on the screen? Look at that. They got me up to 823. Yeah. Let me let you know, people treat you way different when your credit score 823. 100. I quickly go from Chuck to Mr. Harton as soon as they check.
You want to own your own home, but you're one of the over 80% of Americans with less than perfect credit. You don't have enough money saved for a down payment, and or your debt to income ratios are so high that the only person who will lend you money is your mother, and she still wants a cosigner. I know that sounds funny, but these are just a few of the reasons why tens of millions of Americans are still renting instead of owning their own home. And the worst part is, most of them have convinced themselves they will never be able to own a home, or they're waiting on a miracle instead of doing anything about it. So, why should you do whatever it takes to own your own home? Well, I'm glad you asked, because here's the facts. According to a 2021 report provided by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, the average homeowner in the U.S. has a net worth of approximately $200,000, while the average renter only has a net worth of around $5,000. This statistic alone should have you wanting to buy a house immediately, so you can start building equity for yourself instead of your landlord. Think about it. Every rent payment you make pays for a house or building owned by someone else. They get to benefit from the cash flow, equity, and tax deductions. And what do you get? Exactly. You get a roof over your head for another month and nothing else to show for it. This is why MWR Financial created our cash flow system, combined with our Keys to Home Ownership program. Imagine having everything you need to increase your cash flow and income, so you can increase your buying power and save the money you need for a down payment. Or how about having a team of financial experts who will get your credit scores back into the best shape possible, while lowering your existing bills and your debt to income ratios, all at the same time? Sounds amazing, right? Well, it is, but that's not all. Because our team of affordable housing experts will even help you locate and purchase your new home for you now, regardless of your past credit history or your current credit scores. Yeah, you heard me right. Our experts will help you determine how much of a home you can qualify for. They will assist you with locating the home that meets your needs, buy it for you, and allow you to rent to own or lease with the option to buy, while our cash flow experts help you get your finances back into the best position possible to qualify for conventional financing. And if conventional financing ends up not being an option for you, your affordable housing expert will owner finance the property for you. In other words, we can structure the option that works best for you, and becoming a homeowner no longer has to be just a dream. It can actually become a reality. With that said, if you're tired of building equity for someone else and you're ready to own your own home, get back to the person that shared this information with you, and let us help you get on the right path towards home ownership once and for all. Rockefeller, Carnegie, Morgan, Ford, Vanderbilt. These are all names you're probably familiar with, not just because of the wealth they created while they were living, but because of their ability to pass it on from one generation to the next. You see, their names will never be forgotten because their children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and so on will continue to benefit from their wealth with almost no chance of it ever going away because it continues to grow. So, how did they do it? Trusts. That's right. By properly creating a series of trusts, they were able to virtually eliminate taxes and protect their assets, while being able to build, live, and leave a legacy, all at the same time. This is exactly why MWR has created our Trust My Assets program. Before now, trusts, the knowledge of how they work, and their benefits have typically been limited to just the wealthy elite. Why? Because most experts charge tens of thousands of dollars to structure them properly, eliminating the masses. Most wealthy families only pass this information on to other family members, and the average consumer typically doesn't have access to the experts needed to structure them properly. However, thanks to MWR, you now have access to all the trusts you'll need, experienced experts to structure them properly, and you'll now be able to enjoy the benefits at a price you can afford. In the words of Nelson Rockefeller, your goal should be to own nothing but control everything. Trust My Assets gives you the ability to do just that, providing the maximum amount of protection for your assets against creditor collections, lawsuits, judgments, liens, and a whole lot more. What you don't own can never be taken from you. And with Trust My Assets, your trusts will now own your assets, but you still have total control over all of them. But that's not all. Taxes are our biggest expense as Americans, and believe it or not, our tax system in the US is completely voluntary. However, once you complete that first W-4 for your first job, you volunteered to participate, and the only way out is through trusts. This is a key benefit of being in business with MWR. Think about it. W-2 employees pay the highest taxes of 28 to 37%. We help them become business owners to reduce that tax liability down to 18 to 22%. We then help them become investors to reduce the tax on that income down to 10 to 15%. And last but not least, we help them establish trusts so they can shift their tax liability to their trust at a rate of 0 to 5%. Imagine making $100,000 per year, and instead of giving $20,000 to $30,000 or more to the IRS, you are able to only have to pay $5,000 or less. What would you do with that extra money year after year? These are just a few of the many ways Trust My Assets can benefit you and your family. However, one of the most important benefits is your ability to pass your legacy on from one generation to the next, without ever having to worry about your family dealing with probate or taxes on the assets you leave behind. If your ultimate goal in life is to leave an inheritance to your children's children, then Trust My Assets gives you everything you need to make it happen. So, what are you waiting for? Get back to the person that provided you with this information and find out how MWR can help you trust your assets today.
There we go. There we go. There we go. I love it, man. Trust my assets. One of the things that we show you guys, not only how to just set up, but to better understand why that's so important in what we do. So let me apologize for my internet acting up. It's raining here in Atlanta. So, it'll go in and out, but the devil can't stop nothing that God putting together. So we going to keep this thing moving and keep it going. And I think I need to share my screen again with you guys so you guys can see my presentation. So understand, we got through the membership and how we help you guys save money. That's initially what we do. And what we want you guys to understand is that when it comes to that particular part of what we do, it's actually designed to help increase your cash flow without taking away from your current lifestyle. So the average membership of savings is about $2,000 per month. All right. And I know someone is thinking, well, what if they don't save me $2,000 a month? Because it's not guaranteed and it's not a cookie cutter system. Some people get a little bit more, some people get a little bit less. But think about it. Let's just say they cut in half. 2,000 is the standard, right? Now, of course, now that we have some additional cash flow, we got to do the right things with it. This money is not going to be used to enhance lifestyle. This is the cash flow we're going to use to create your wealth. Now, some of you guys might have in mind some of the things you already want to invest in. I'm sure you probably said to yourself, if I have some additional cash, I'd love to give me a Airbnb, or I'd love to get me a car wash or a rental property or a vending machines, whatever it is. If you have ideas, that's great. But if you don't, I really want to be sure you understand what you have access to through your MWR membership. Because through the membership, you get access to our financial advisors that have different things that can help you grow your money, right? So one of the things I'm going to talk to you about is something called a private reserve account, right? The private reserve account. And I love talking about this because it helps better set you up for retirement. Because all of us watching this webinar, I'm sure we're all good at what we do, but who eventually wants to be able to sit down, but you don't want your lifestyle to have to sit down as well? If eventually you want to retire and be able to retire and enjoy the things you built, put a 1 in the chat. Just throw 1 in the chat so people can see, look, this is my number one goal, is be able to retire and retire comfortably. Well, the private reserve account is one of those things that can help you do that. All right. Because it works very similar to a 401k or even an IRA because it grows with the stock market. But we all know the stock market bounces up and down all day, every day. The difference with your private reserve account is the stock market goes up, so does your money. When the stock market drops, it just levels off. It does not go down. Then when it starts to grow, it goes up again. And when it drops, it levels off. So it puts you in a position where you never lose. Second, your money is growing and it's growing tax-free. And third, you even have access to this money before retirement age. Let me let you know, the private reserve account is a game changer for our community, right? They also educate you about land banking. And what land banking is purchasing land in the path of growth. So I'm sure we've all experienced driving down a highway and coming across a wooded area. And then you come back, say 10 years later, there's an entire subdivision built in that area or an entire strip mall built in that area. If that has ever happened in your community, put a 3 in the chat, just so we know. If that happened in your community where people are building and steady building, put a 3 in the chat. Right? Because this is what I realize, you guys, it's happening all over the country. And my question always is, why didn't they invite me to participate in this investment? They expect us to build those homes, right? Or they expect us to take advantage, to spend money with those merchants, but would not allow us to benefit in the growth in our own community. Well, right now we have a company with a track record of identifying land just like that, and we get to invest with them. So think about this. Even if you never ever want to get involved in real estate, who loves the fact that you at least get invited to the table, right? Give them a thumbs up. You at least get invited to the table. Give them a thumbs up. And all of these things are part of, or you get access to through our membership. So to keep this totally understanding what you guys are getting, everything gets in place to help you multiply the money that you get from your cash flow, right? And of course, we just saw the video about Trust My Assets, because I'm sure we all heard of the Bill Gates Trust Fund or the Oprah Winfrey Trust Fund, the LeBron James Trust Fund. Let me let you guys know, they don't have a trust fund because they have money. They have the trust fund because they have the right information. Everyone needs a trust fund. If you have a desire to leave something for you and your family, you need a trust fund in place to help set it up. And not just one, you're going to need all three. So within our private group, within our membership, not only do they educate you on what the membership does and what the trust funds do, they put you in position to get experts to help set them up for you. So all of this comes in the membership. I know somebody's thinking, man, hold on, this sounded too good to be true. How much does all this cost? Let me let you know. For all this that you get, it's only $149 a month. That is your investment to benefit from everything that comes with the membership. Only $149 per month gives you access to everything. And I know somebody is saying, well, you know, $149 is not a lot of money, but let's be transparent. It is some money. But we use the word investment very intentionally, because when you invest in something, you are expecting a return on that investment. And if your return is higher than your investment, then you're in a win situation. Well, remember, I told you just from using the membership alone, the average savings is about $2,000 per month. So let's put on our business hats for a second. You telling me that if you could invest $149 a month to get back $2,000 a month, if that's a win situation for, put a 10 in the chat. That's a win every day, right? And I know somebody is saying, well, what if they don't give me $2,000 a month back? What if I don't get that? Well, okay, what if you don't? Let's say they get it 50% right and 50% wrong. So instead of getting $2,000 a month, you only save $1,000 a month. If you feel like, say, investing $149 and getting back $1,000 a month is a win, put a 10 in the chat. How about let's do this? Let's get it ridiculous. Let's say they get it 90% wrong and only 10% right. So instead of saving $2,000 a month, you save $200 a month. If I told you you'd hand me $149 a month, I'm gonna hand you back $200 a month. Who gonna take that deal month after month after month? Put a 10 in the chat. That's all I'm saying. You got to understand the objective is to get as much of your cash flow back in your pocket as possible. And that's just with the membership side, without even mentioning the access to the experts, right? So these are ways that you can now buy asset. Remember, cash, asset, cash. That's how you can buy an asset. But guess what? You can also build an asset. Yeah, you can buy an asset, but you can also build an asset. Because who on the webinar right now thinks they know at least 5 people that might be able to benefit from something we just shared for what our membership does? Who knows 5 people need help with their credit? Put a 5 in the chat. If you know 5 people need help with their credit, I didn't say you. I say you know somebody, right? Put a 5 in the chat if you know somebody needs help with their credit. How about this? If you know somebody that could use an instant pay raise at their job without working more hours, put a 5 in the chat. Let me see. We all know somebody that can benefit from this. Is it okay if MWR pays you to tell them about it? Because guess what? They will. They will pay you, right? And they won't just pay you as an employee. No, we get to partner with MWR as business owners. Basically, you can start your own MWR franchise, right? And the good thing about a partnership is because they pay you as a partnership. Let me share with you guys this. If you want to take advantage of this particular part of our strategy, right? Because it's an option. Some of you guys might just want to use the membership. That's 100% okay. But if you want to create some additional income, it's going to be a one-time payment of $100 to set up your personal MWR business. One-time payment of $100, and it's still only $149 a month to maintain everything, right? And that $100 payment, is going to basically give you access to your fully functional operating website, your capture pages, your marketing material, your back office system, everything you need to build your business. But guess what you also just did? Since you started your business, you just made your membership 100% tax deductible. 100%. So basically, you get to write off somebody fixing your credit. Come on now. You get to write off somebody helping you become debt-free without debt elimination. See, I know what you were thinking. I know you were scrolling through Facebook and you thought this sounds just like everything else you've seen before. Let me let you know, this ain't that. And I don't know what you saw before. It could be great, but this is not that. What we're doing is teaching you wealth principles and giving you a system to implement every single thing we teach. Because not only can you now write off your membership, because it's a home-based business, you get to write off a portion of your lifestyle, right? Because it's a home-based business, that means a portion of your rent or mortgage is now tax deductible. A portion of your light bill, water bill, gas bill, miles you drive in your car, even money you pay your kids can be tax deductible. The only thing the government requires is that you do it the right way, right? And we're going to teach you how to do that and that you track it. And with your business and membership, you're going to get an app that you download to your cell phone at no additional cost. It's going to track all your expenses for you. So the concept really simple. As a consumer, you have bills. As a business owner, you have expenses. Expenses are tax deductible, bills are not. So we teach you how to take those exact same bills, transition to expenses. Now you get to write off your lifestyle because you're going to pay these bills anyway. I kind of call this anyway money, right? Because if you're on the line and you pay rent or mortgage, if you're on the line, if you watch this webinar right now and you pay rent or mortgage, put a 2 in the chat. If you pay rent or mortgage, put 2 in the chat. Because now a portion of your rent is now tax deductible. A portion of your water bill, light bill, gas bill, miles you drive in your car, even money you pay your kids can be tax deductible. And we all pay these bills anyway. So you might as well get the benefit just by having a home-based business, right? But we don't start this business just to save money. We start this business to make money. So if you choose to use this part of our strategy, because again, it's an option, you might just want to use the membership. But if you want to partner with MWR, in a partnership, everyone has a role they play. Your role is going to simply be exposing people to this information. And note I said expose, not explain. Yes, that's 2 different things because you can expose people several ways. We got videos already online. We do conference calls. Even this live you're watching right now is part of our success system. Because when it comes to exposing people to the information, guess what? You only got to be the one giving the information. As a matter of fact, look at the video or the live of the person sharing this information with you right now. What is that person doing? Well, let me tell you, they're doing absolutely nothing. Can you do that? Can you invite people to a webinar, a Zoom, invite them to a private event at your home and allow someone else to come explain the business for you? Because if you can, not only can it go into a large business, it can go to a large income. Reason being, we're not limited to who we invite to see the information. You guys might know people in California, New York, and Florida. They get on the same webinar, hear the same information. You now get to make money in all those states without leaving your house. How about this? Who thinks like me? Who would love to make money in every state in the United States without leaving your living room? Give me a 1 in the chat if you want to make money in every state in the United States without having to leave your living room. Give me 1 in the chat. As a matter of fact, just so people can see how we represent right now, y'all type in the chat what city and state you represent from, just so people can see how far our reach is. And I'm going to show you guys how we get paid. Right? Y'all type in the chat, represent your city and state. Let me show you exactly how we get paid, because we get paid about 6 or 7 different ways in our comp plan. Let me explain to you a few. Let's just say someone goes to your website and want to sign up as a customer. If they just want to use the membership, MWR is going to pay you $40 2 days later. If they do sign up as a business partner, MWR is going to pay you $50 2 days later. We do have a momentum bonus that's available for anyone in their first 30 days of business of an additional $1,500 per month. $1,500 on top of our standard comp plan. We get leadership bonus and weekly bonuses. And guess what? These payouts are not one or the other. You get them all. You get them all. But the one that impressed me the most, got me most excited about this company, is our daily guarantee. So MWR will guarantee you'll make a certain amount of money every day based on the size of your organization. Now, the daily guarantee starts at $5 a day, but it can grow all the way up to $15,000 per day. Now, I knew that just blew somebody's mind, $15,000 a day. So let me do this real quick. Let me under promise and over deliver. Let me look you guys in the eye real quick. Let's just talk about $5 a day, because I know $5 won't retire anybody watching this webinar. But if you take $5 and multiply by 30 days, that's an additional $150 per month coming in month after month after month. Simple question, would it help on top of what you get from your job right now? If $150 can pay a bill in your house, please give me a number 1 in the chat. If $150 can help you in your family every single month coming in, put a 1 in the chat. Right? And that's the thing. I don't want you to get excited about the $5 a day. I want you to be excited about the fact you built an asset that is paying you $5 a day, whether you get up out the bed or not. Because even though it started $5 a day, it doesn't stay at $5 a day. The next level up is $20 a day. It goes to $100 a day, $1,000 a day. Let me tell you, my friend Christy, she earns $400 per day in her part-time home-based business. $400 a day, right? And this thing, when you get, they're going to send you a text every day to let you know you're getting your daily guarantee. It looks very similar to what you see on the screen right now. As a matter of fact, let me do this. Let me show you this, right? If any of you guys on the webinar right now is getting a daily guarantee, meaning coming in from MWR, put in the chat what your daily guarantee is. Let me pull my phone up real quick. Y'all put in the chat whether you're getting $5 a day, $50 a day, $100 a day. Throw in the chat just so people can see that we represent up in here, right? Whatever your daily guarantee is, because we got to understand, people got to know that we're winning out here, right? Come on now, $50 a day, Miss Sharonda. I love you, Miss Harris. $50 a day. Keep representing. $20 a day. Miss Martina, I see you. I see you. $20 a day. Dr. Regina Turner. Keep it coming in. Keep it coming in. Another $20 a day, Miss Bill. Let me show you guys this real quick, right? I got to hold my phone real still. I'll look at this real quick. Y'all see this right here? Bam. $200 a day coming in every day. This is a possibility of what the company can do for you, right? Bam. Let me tell you though, I don't show you the $200 a day to impress you. I show you $200 a day to impress upon you that anybody can do what we do. Because for some reason, people think in this industry that certain people get to start at the top. But in our company, we all start at the exact same place. I just happened to start 3 years ago. That's it. I started 3 years ago. Right? And if I scroll back far enough in my phone, y'all will see my first text was $5 a day. And this is the thing, $200 a day still might not retire you from your job. That's basically $6,000 a month, right? But with an additional $200 a day help on top of what you get for your job right now, if $200 a day can help you and your family, put 200 in the chat. Throw 200 in the chat if that can help you and your family get further along the way you want to be, all right? And I always use the word additional because you don't got to quit your job to do this. Because guess what? I didn't. I still work a full-time job right now. I got to go to work in the morning. But the $200 a day still comes in addition to. So think about it. Even if you got a great job, right? Because I think I have a good job. If God brought me home today, the money from that good job goes away today. But this $200, I get to leave this to my girls. Who on the line is working real hard every day, not just working for you because you want to leave something for your family? Put 200, keep putting 200 in the chat if you want to leave something for you and your family. Because we got to go, right? We got to go. But I got to let you know when it comes to building the business side of what we do, you don't have to try to figure out how to build your business. We got training and support to teach you exactly how to make this business work. We're going to tell you what to say to invite people to the webinar. We're going to give you the text message to send to enroll people in your team. All you got to do is follow the system. And we know the system works because MWR has a policy of working with people that know what they're doing. So some of the training that you're going to get through the MWR system was put together by the #1 money earner in the company, Mr. Brian Ian Bean. This student makes a minimum of $1,000 a day every day. Minimum. Right? And my daddy said it like this: ain't nothing wrong with being a copycat as long as you copying the right cat. Right? So we got so many success stories already happening. All you got to do is follow the system. Okay. And all you got to do is understand, decide on how you want to work with us. If you're a #2 type individual, that means you just want to use the membership. That's 100% okay. All right. Just so we're clear, the membership is $149 a month. That $149 includes you and your spouse. So you guys ain't got to argue about who credit gonna get fixed first. They're gonna fix both of y'all credit. Both of y'all get the instant pay raise. Everybody get everything. You don't got to argue about selling stuff no more. Right? There's no contract and there's no long-term obligation. You use a membership as long as it serves you. But then we also have the number one kind of individual. The number one kind of individual is kind of like myself, kind of like the person that's sharing this live with you right now. See, what we understand is, as a movement, is that if we want to come up, we got to bring our community up with us. So we're looking to educate as many people as possible on what our cash flow conversion is all about. But because you'll be getting the blessing, you will also be blessed. So not only will you take advantage of the membership, you'll take advantage of the compensation plan. Well, that's extra. You want to make an extra $20 a day, or you want to make extra $400 a day? We got a game plan we can put you on because we got people earning that right now. So get back with the person who's live you're watching. Just put in their chat, go to their inbox, let them know, put in a number 2 that you want the membership or number 1. Either way, I look forward to hearing your success. I look forward to hearing all the great things that's going to happen. And I'm going to let you guys know for the next 5 days, I'm going to tell you the heart of the company. They put a promotion in place to not only double the money that we're making as we're enrolling people into the team, they also put together a summer promotion cruise for anyone that qualifies. So not only will you get double the money, meaning instead of getting $50 a day, $50 per person, you get $100 for every team member, right? That will also put you in the drawing to qualify for the cruise that they set up, right? It's going to go from all the way to the 30th of the month. So we got 5 more days to take advantage of this. 5 days. Let me let you know. You can find 5 people a day. You can find 1 person a day. You can find what you need to qualify, but more importantly, you can help a whole lot of people in the process. So get back with the person as soon as possible to let them know that you see an opportunity for yourself. And let me help you with this, right? Oh, I got to go. I'm right here at the 40-minute mark. Understand, a lot of people get caught up with the 149, right? 149 is not a whole lot of money. Let's be honest. That's how much it takes to take your family to a dinner at a nice restaurant. It costs $149 a month. Let's be honest with that. So think about it. Either you can spend $149 and feed your family one time, or you can invest $149 and feed your family for a lifetime. All in how you think, right? So get back with the person, put you on the line, let them know if you're number 2 or number 1. Either way, my name is Chuck Harton. I look forward to hearing your success stories. I look forward to seeing your success in 2023. It's been a pleasing pleasure, as well as a privilege. We're going to see you guys on the beaches of the world, to see you at the bank, whichever one comes first. I'm going to talk to you guys soon. Oh, I'm sorry. Tomorrow. Oh, my goodness. I almost forgot. Tomorrow, we're going to have the legendary Charles Ivory up here sharing this information. So if this is making sense to you, if you love what you're hearing, if you think it can benefit you, I don't want you to go to try to explain this to your spouse. I want you to bring them back with you tomorrow to hear Mr. Charles Ivory tell his story and share this information on what it's going to do for him and his family. Don't be late. We starting right at 8:30. This is the great thing about it. If you got somebody you want to share it with, don't try to explain it to them. This is what you tell them. I'm going to give you a little training. This is what you tell them. Say, look, I found something that made a whole lot of sense, but I can't explain it. I need you to watch this webinar with me tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then to say this, trust me enough to know I wouldn't waste our time. I need you to watch it with me. Ooh, write that down. Trust me enough to know I wouldn't waste our time. I need you to watch it with me. And y'all come back tomorrow to see Mr. Charles Ivory break this information down. Have so much respect for him. This gentleman's helping people across the country retire from his job, retired his wife from her job, doing amazing things and building their dream home based on the information they got from this company. All right, you guys. So I'm going to see you guys on the beaches of the world and see you at the bank. Talk to you guys soon. Peace. Y'all have a great one.